Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. This one we're going to decide on the video. Well, we're not going to decide because the customer's going to decide. I'm going to have a discussion like I would with you or any other client about whether we should clean this manifold or not. And what I would like is everybody that's subscribed with the bell on, that's pressed liked, to put a comment there. Well, not everyone, because there'll be stacks, but look, if you feel motivated, to put a comment. But what we've got to consider when deciding to clean the manifold or not is the money, right? So it's one question. If you're doing it yourself, it's only your own time and you've got the time available, especially at the moment, then it's kind of, you may as well do it. That's right, you may as well do it, right? We're talking about down in here in the manifold. I'm going to get down there in a minute and try and show you best as I can with the camera. We haven't cleaned, scraped or touched anything. It's as the E-jar system elbow came off. Now, one of the contemplates, so basically what we're looking at here is anything from no less than about $600 or $700 more. We've got labour time to R&R, we've got cleaning time, we've got gaskets, and we've got coolant. And one of the, contributors, what we're got to think about is on this one, in my opinion, needs a coolant change. So I'm just going to have a quick look over here. See, it's a bit dull in colour. They're normally much brighter red, so it probably either hasn't been done or it's only been done once. I'm putting my money on probably hasn't been done. Probably got missed at the 160 or any other time. So I would like to do a coolant flush on it, and that's it's necessary if you're taking the E-jar cooler off to do the manifold. So quite a fair bit of extra work getting all this off to clean that. Now let's get in there and have a look. So what we've got to think about is it's not a freebie. It's not just a couple of gaskets. It's got the assistant over there cleaning the ports out while we're thinking about this and discussing this, and he's going to look at this and I'm going to look at this and we're going to discuss it and we're going to make a recommendation in this video about whether it should be cleaned or not, considering if it's one that's hard to clean, it could add up to about $1,000, sometimes even more. If some people are fussing, we're going right into the ports of the head, because not only do you got to get this off and clean the manifold, we're going to clean the E-jar cooler, the manifold underneath, and then into the ports of the head, which you can't see at the moment. You'll see that in other videos if you watch those, or if you want to know more detail, go and watch those. Just search our channel, use words like intake, cleaning the intake, or manifold, inlet manifold. Less words, try different searches with less words will work best. So let's have a look in there and see how bad it is. And from the moment I'm looking at it right now, I'm sort of going, it's kind of typical, but what's really hard is to get in there and show you. The worst of what you see is right there. So you could quite easily be conned into going, oh yeah, that's really bad, let's clean it out. And I find it really difficult to see in there, see with these pipes, and the way the angle you want, it's very difficult, and it's very difficult to show you on camera. Now, one of the things you've got to consider is, see here, this E-jar cooler, it's got a little bit of crap on the inlet there, so that hole's a bit smaller than usual, so I'd like to clean that as part of the E-jar job. Got the light on the camera here, mate, so I'm just going to try and maneuver it around. We're going to go upside down, in, around, back to front, and I really just want to get it in there best possible. It's going to be a bit unco, but we're just going to try and get in there how we can. Right, and I want to show you, see that port down there, see how it's, so you're upside down, but it doesn't matter, it still looks the same. See how it, look past all that volcano there, that's a volcano. We're definitely going to clean that out of the way. But what I'm saying, when you look down the port like that, you can see it's still a rectangle, it's not blocked up. To be quite honest, I can't see at the moment. From what I can see on the screen, it looks reasonable. Right, now let me explain more. Try and have a look around the other way there. Right, look up that way, right? Let's have a good look around, yeah? I know you're upside down, but this is how the camera works, right? It's how it is. You should be happy with that. If you haven't already, hit the like button for the efforts, because we're going to a lot of effort here trying to show you. And I'm probably going to have to look back at this video. I'll send this video to the owner of the vehicle so they understand what's going on in here. But it's not just about looking at that going, oh no, that's terrible, clean it. There's a whole heap of considerations, right? Do you reckon I can get that? We're going to get gritty here. This is going to get messy. I'm going to see if I can get it down into it. We can probably get down in there a bit more once we start cleaning, but I'm not going to go any further than that anyway. So coming back out and around, we've probably got soot everywhere all over the bloody camera and everything, but anyway, we'll see about that later. Right, we're having a bit of a giggle here. So my point is, from what I could see, I haven't stuck my eye or anything in there, and I'm not putting a variant camera up there or anything like that, or an intake, or a, what it's called, a bore scope, you know. Like I said, I've got that ovarian camera stuck in my mind since the apprentice days, when the mechanic said to me, what's that? You know, bloody ovarian camera. So, you know, it's sort of, people used to borrow it and say, can I borrow your ovarian camera? You know, it was like it had a torch on the end and a bendy end. It was probably one of the first ones they've seen, and maybe, you know, because always the young guys have got the new technology. Well, that was me back then. Now I'm one of the old farts that hasn't got all the latest stuff. So start showing me all the latest stuff. Anyway, I'm just going to take a look in there, but from what I've seen so far, I'm kind of like 50-50. Now this is what I'm thinking, and this is what you've got to decide for yourself. And if you want us to decide, this is how we're going to sort of decide. On one hand, we're going, once I clean, or not me, the assistant, thank you very much, giving us the nod here.
Welcome.
He's going to clean all around there and everything we can sort of see around there and vac it out. Now, what you can see there is the worst of what you can see. Now, when you look in, you can see the swirl control valves, those little butterflies, they've got a bit of crap on them, but what you've got to understand is, once you clean most of it, once you reduce the EGR flow, and you've got the intake, you know, all the soot, sorry, what am I saying? The PCV, for those people that understand, the oil from the PCV, we've still got the oil going through, but, you know, no catch can, the oil's flowing through, but the EGR is still working, but it's reduced, the flow's reduced, then that's kind of a self-cleaning system. The oil, remember this oil here, it's got cleaners in it, right? It cleans. So while that oil is also flowing through your intake, it's also very slowly cleaning, and you can also spray intake cleaners into your intake if you like, if you know what you're doing. I'm not just telling you generally go for it. You need to know what you're doing, and that's in another video, and we'll be in more videos, which is why you subscribe, turn the bell on. But the point is, you've got to kind of go, well, on one hand, of course we want to clean that out, but it's hours and hours of work. It's going to add, what's going to add? At least half a day, 4-5 hours average, probably about, with it, then you've got to bleed the cooling system. It's going to be probably 5 or 6 hours extra. It takes a big one-day job into a 2-day job. It's not going to be a full 2 days, but it's going to be pretty close to 2 days, right? So, you know, it's quite a bit of extra money for what benefit? Well, from all the ones we've done that are like this, we've done quite a few like this, haven't we?
Yep.
So I'm not going to answer the question. Can I ask you a question on video? Here we go. So from all the ones that we've done like this, where we've gone to the effort of taking off the manifold, cleaning it out, getting filthy and all that, when you drive it, well, we've done plenty of injector jobs together and cleaning EGRs and injectors and stuff like that. When you drive the vehicles, how much, or do you notice, and how much difference between one we've done injectors, you know, map filter, EGR clean, compared to the ones that everything's the same except the next step, the manifold clean? What is there a difference, and how much would you describe? What do you think?
There's no difference.
No difference, yeah. I'm pretty well the same as that as well. And my extra evidence on top of that is, so because some people are going, you know, you may as well go all the way, and look, we get that. But this is people's money, right? And if it was just about the money, I wouldn't be doing this video. I'd be just telling everybody, look at that mess, you got to clean that out. And we'd sell the manifold job every single time, no worries at all. And I can do that, but I'd rather just give you the best value for money approach. Now, I had someone I know, let's just put it simple, someone I know with the same vehicle as my 120, right, virtually, I'm saying, you know, pretty well the same setup, all the same work done, and his is a little bit quicker than mine off the mark generally, and mine, I did a manifold clean, I went back in there and did the whole job, you know, not straight away, just to go, okay, let's do the manifold clean and see if I can, you know, get that performance back to, you know, drag him off at the lights if you like, you know, the little comparisons we do between the vehicles on trips, whatever. And I can tell you now, it made no difference, no improvement, and it was just typical like this as well. So if I'm quite honest here, I don't really want to do the manifold. I don't feel like I'm doing the right thing by selling the job. What do you think? Well, look, I want to do the coolant change, so that adds a bit of weight to it, because, you know, we're going to drop the coolant anyway. I want to clean the tail of that out, but that's all part of what we do on the EGR clean. We're going to scrape this here and vac that out. What you see in there, that's the worst of it. Remember, as it goes around all the corners, that's the worst of it, right? I've still got to have a look in there, a final check, and have maybe look at the video to make a final decision. I'm going to send this video to the client, and they can make the final decision. And we can't obviously do this on every job, because at the moment we're all sort of held up 10 minutes, you know, while we're discussing and videoing. So that's why I hope you appreciate the videos. Please press the like button on the video, subscribe, turn the bell on, share the information, try and help the channel grow a bit, and then we can get some better income from it and get some better videos happening, more information, more videos for you guys. Anyway, that's it. We'll send this off to the client for their call, because it's their vehicle. I've explained best as I can. If this was my vehicle, well, I've got to say, if it was my vehicle, I would clean it, because, you know, that's what I do. But, you know, I'm not paying myself $1,000 to clean it, if you know what I mean. And I've explained before, it is kind of the same, because the time I could have put into cleaning mine, I could have cleaned yours and got paid for it. So it's kind of the same, but look, I'd still do mine if it looked like that. So, you know, I don't know if that helps you make a decision or not. I don't think it's worth the money. I don't think, if we could clean that out for a couple $100, $200 or $300, then you'd just do it anyway. It's not much extra, but considering it's, you know, less than 600, probably 600 to 700 with, like I said, with coolant and gaskets, let's say 700 to 1,000, depending what we find. We could get, it could be easy to clean, could be hard and crusty. We don't know yet. We haven't played with it. We've just removed it. It's a strip and clean part of the process at the moment. Anyway, that's a video, guys. Like it, subscribe it, bell it, share it, and catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that's been helpful for you.